Hey everyone, welcome back to the Dinner Update channel. We've got some major updates from the Middle East today. Iraq's central bank just made a huge move in the foreign exchange market, and things are heating up between the US and Iran. This has major implications not just for the region, but for the global economy as well. So, in today's video, we're diving into the details of Iraq's latest US dollar auction, the situation in Iran, and how all of this ties into broader geopolitical tensions. Let's start with Iraq. On Monday, the Central Bank of Iraq made a significant move by selling over $300 million in US dollars at its regular currency auction. Specifically, they sold a total of $301,529,539, and now, that's a big number, especially for a country dealing with its own financial challenges. So, how exactly does this auction work? Well, Iraq is selling dollars at different rates depending on the type of transaction. For documentary credits, international settlements and foreign transfers, the exchange rate is 1310 Iraqi dinars per dollar, but for cash transactions, the rate is slightly lower at 1305 dinars per dollar. This means Iraq is using these auctions to supply dollars for essential international trade and payments, and it helps the country stabilize its currency in the process. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The vast majority of the sales, around 92.2% or $278 million, were directed towards bolstering balances abroad through foreign transfers and credits. This means that most of the dollars are being used to facilitate international transactions, which is crucial for Iraq's trade relationships and to stabilize its financial reserves. On the other hand, only 7.8% of the total, about $23.05 million, was sold for cash. This suggests that Iraq's current focus is on supporting larger international financial operations, rather than domestic currency needs. Interestingly, there were 29 exchange companies participating in this auction, but what's notable is that while only one of these companies purchased cash dollars, the rest were primarily focused on securing funds for international transfers. This reflects how interconnected Iraq's economy is with the global financial system, and it underscores the importance of these auctions in maintaining international trade links. Shifting gears, let's talk about the neighboring situation in Iran. Over the past couple of days, the Iranian rial has taken a serious hit. The currency has plummeted to record lows, breaking the 92,000 rial mark against the US dollar for the first time ever. And this isn't just a random dip. According to data from the Statistical Center of Iran, annual inflation has surged past 45%, and perhaps most concerning, nearly 40% of Iranian households are now living below the poverty line. So, what's causing this massive decline? Well, this all ties back to the US and the reinstatement of the maximum pressure policy by President Donald Trump. The Trump administration's strategy aims to economically cripple Iran, specifically by targeting its oil exports and reimposing tough sanctions. In fact, the US has been tightening its grip on Iran's financial system, pushing for a complete shutdown of Iran's oil exports. And it's not just about oil. The United States has also reintroduced UN sanctions, a move designed to curb Iran's nuclear ambitions. Trump has repeatedly stated that Iran cannot be allowed to develop nuclear weapons, and he's made it clear that if they continue down that path, it will have serious consequences. The U.S. withdrawal from the 2015 nuclear deal, also known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action (JCPOA), has led to an escalation in tensions. Iran, in response, has been ramping up its nuclear activities, exceeding the enrichment limits set in the original deal. This is, of course, adding fuel to the fire in an already volatile region. All of this is creating a real economic crisis in Iran. The people are suffering from the inflationary pressures and the devaluation of their currency, and there's widespread frustration. Even though Iran is facing extreme financial hardship, the government has not shown signs of backing down from its nuclear ambitions, which only continues to worsen the situation. Now, what's the connection between Iraq and all of this? Well, while Iraq is dealing with its own economic challenges, it's also in the middle of this geopolitical mess. Iraq's central bank is trying to manage its currency and financial systems in a way that keeps it stable amid the chaos around it. So, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Iraq is managing its economy with these large dollar auctions, supporting foreign trade and international financial transactions, but it's facing challenges due to regional instability. Iran, on the other hand, is suffering from the impact of economic sanctions and a collapsing currency. The tension between the US and Iran is affecting the broader Middle East, and countries like Iraq are caught in the crossfire. This is a situation we'll need to keep an eye on. The way these financial pressures play out will have a lasting impact on both Iraq and Iran, and it will shape the economic landscape of the Middle East for years to come. So, what do you think? How long will these tensions last? Will Iraq be able to stabilize its economy? Or will Iran make moves to counter these sanctions? If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to stay updated on everything related to global economics and geopolitical developments. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. let's talk about what's happening in Iraq and Iran and how these developments could affect the world. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.